welcome. You're watching FII. I'm Sonal Mehrotra Kapoor. Now, as COVID figures in the country continue to show a declining trend, India is now unlocking our markets, malls, and even workplaces. And now a lot of discussion is about what next. Will workspaces now opening for the moment with 50% capacity in certain states or even in the others? Is that something that is going to have an impact in our lives yet again? Have you gotten too used to work from home? Do you not want to go back to work? Or are you somebody who is raging to go back and get creative and ideate with your colleagues at work? Well, that's a debate that is going to take a long time. But today on the program, we are going to talk about what the future of work from home is looking like. We've got some surveys for you. Also, we'll be joined by experts who will give their insight into what have been the learning so far and thus what's going to be the guiding force for the future as well. So without any further ado, let's get into our explainer. The workplace as we know it, it is dead. Well, that's what experts from Harvard Business School said recently. As India unlocks and more people get under the vaccine cover, it is becoming increasingly possible now to return to pre-pandemic group activities, restaurants, movie theatres, baseball stadiums, concerts, and also office spaces. So what's the future for work from home? Is it to stay, or will the companies jump right back into the cabin and conference room life? Well, that really depends on your job, your company's workspace culture, your boss, and mostly the industry. Restaurants, hotels, airports, manufacturing, construction, warehousing, etc., healthcare, even personal services all have very high percentage of in-person work. While tech, consultancy, etc., are some of the sectors which have seen little to no disadvantage at all with work from home. But at this point, from the learning so far, what are the surveys telling us? So we've got a survey for you which looked at work from home versus the office culture. Now this was done in May-June, and the survey was of people remotely working, and this was done by the Morning Consult. And they found out, wait for this, 49% people would consider quitting if their bosses made them return to full office time. Only 27% would feel comfortable returning to office, 27% only, mind you. 80% said that they enjoy working remotely, 70% said that reported that they were more productive being in the comforts of their home. 70% were more likely to apply for a job that offers remote working options. A lot of them said to be the workforce of the future, the millennials as well. 45% would feel comfortable attending a work conference, and 45% would feel domestically okay to travel as well. International travel, the number fell dramatically to 27% again, and about 43% would feel comfortable going to an office party. Now that's a underline over there. Let's look at another survey. This was done by Pew Research, which said that majority of people want to continue working remotely post the pandemic. In their research, they found out about 54% wanted to work from home all or most of the time in the post-pandemic world. Only 11% said that they want to work remotely rarely or none or never altogether. And the next one is quite interesting, which says that 46%, these are people who rarely teleworked before, want to actually work from home all the time now. So that's a major shift really. Of course, women are more likely to want to work from home all the time. This percentage went from 31% versus 23% for men, but barely any difference there, frankly. So interesting, right? While we thought that work from home was blurring the lines between personal and professional life, and there was initial questions on productivity, creativity, surveys done in the recent past indicate that people have got a hang of it now and want to continue working at home in these virtual offices. Having understood that, let's take a look at what are some of the biggest companies in India doing at this point. We've compiled a list for you of companies that have announced work from home till at least August, September of 2021. Remember, we were anticipating that by that time, we would at least have a good portion of our population inoculated. Which are these companies? ITC, Maruti Suzuki, Mahindra & Mahindra, Tata Motors, Toyota, Godrej, Flipkart, Amazon, Vedanta, Nestle, Parle, RPG, KPMG, Ashok Leyland, etc. They have all said that so far they are in a wait and watch mode, and at least till about August, September, they're not going to call in people to work. This in India, but what about the world, which has some of the biggest firms? How are they thinking about work from home? Look at this list now, which has companies which have announced work from home forever. This list has interesting names like Coinbase, Dropbox, Novartis, the Quora, Twitter, Shopify, Slack, Spotify, Square, Upwork, Zillow, all of them saying that they don't want employees to come back to work at all. They're okay with the present model completely. And then there are some companies which have announced a hybrid model of sorts. Which are they? This includes companies like Ford, Google, which has said 20% of their staff will be working from home. HubSpot, there is Microsoft in that, Nationwide, Reddit, Salesforce, and Siemens as well. So all these companies saying that they want to go into some sort of a hybrid model now. But what is going to work from India? Let's find out from our experts. We joined on the program today by K. Ganesh, back with us on the same subject, and I have Choco also back with us. So Ganesh and Choco were both with us on a previous episode of FII, where we were trying to still decode what exactly work from home will have for us. So today, very interesting to have them back and see have their opinions changed at all, and what is the future looking like at this point. We also have with us on the program Saurabh Tawar. He is the VP Sales Chain for Chayos. And we have Sharad Dhal with us. He is the COO for PolicyBazaar.com. Thank you all, gentlemen, for joining us on the program. Let me first go to K. Ganesh.
I'm not able to hear the audio.
Okay, let's fix that up for you. If my producers can quickly check that, and we'll go to Choco then first. At this point, how are you feeling about work from home? How are the employees feeling? What are your thoughts on what's the future looking like as India unlocks now?
Yeah, Sonal. Thank you. I think it's a mixed feeling. 50% are looking at definitely coming back to work, and they're dying to come back to work. But 50% are hesitating and saying that they would definitely want to be at home. Okay. So it's that kind of a shift. And another interesting divide is also that the senior people and the mid-level are tending to want to work at home, and the junior people who do not, because in many ways I see an office like a school uniform. It's a uniform platform. Everybody is in the same place, and there's no level. But if you work at home, you might have a small home. You might not have the ability to have a separate workspace or something. So that's a challenge. And sometimes women, like you mentioned, it is a preference for them to stay and work at home, and it gives us industry a better talent pool to recruit from. But some of the women say that it's still just a year away, so they don't know what's the office and what's at home. Like, they need a cup of coffee or something like that. The kids are disturbing them, those kind of things. So we're seeing a mixed trend. I'd say it's 50-50 right now. But another interesting thing that we have done right now is for the junior staffs coming in. So we've created something called a V-Hive, where we take one building and all of them stay and live there. And in another building next door, they actually work. So this way they're able to stay and work together. And because 35% of an employee's salary is spent on rent, the junior employee's salary. So this way we are housing them for free. And we call them like a beehive. You call them V-Hive with V Technologies, whatever. So, but that's the concept. And we are going into places like Tiruchi, Chittoor, smaller towns, and enabling them to stay and work at home or come in and work in the office, live together as well. So these are new concepts that we've been thinking of.
I love what you've told us about this new V-Hive concept as well. It's a new sort of hybrid model coming up. My concern, however, is if there are more and more younger people going, they are the ones who actually don't have the vaccine cover right now. So them being outdoors and, meeting with people, is that going to become a bubble, or how safe is that? But we'll come to that in just a bit. Let me go to K. Ganesh now. Your thoughts, has your mind changed at all about work from home, and what is it that you're hearing from your employees?
So I think it's a mixed bag really, depends on the function and the kind of companies. We have certain B2B companies like Hungerbox, which does digital cafeteria in corporates, that the question of work from home really does not happen. There cannot happen there unless it is really for the corporate office employees. Similarly, if you take Portia Medical as an example, where the healthcare workers has to be at home, it is a touch and feel thing. So they have to go, you can't work from home, they have to be at the patient's home literally. So that it cannot change. But there are other extreme examples such as the AAML company, Verloop, etc., where we have 100% shifted to working from home.
Right.
So there are companies and there are jobs and there are roles there which are possible. I think, but what's more important is going forward, this is going to be a reality. So the way we design organizational structure, the communication, the equivalent of water cooler conversation, the way we address counseling, motivation, mental health of employees, all that will undergo a complete tectonic change in the way our organization need it. I'm not just talking about the software tools for collaborative working. I'm just saying the way how you do, for example, brainstorming session, motivation session, looking at people in the eye, the body language. How do you replace what you learned from body language and use it for motivating employees or relating to people? How do you do it in a work from home environment? So all of that will see a change. Hybrid model is there to say wasting 2 to 3 hours on travel is not going to happen. Similarly, across the cities or across geographies, trying to meet together is not going to happen to the same extent. So all of it we are going to change. It's exciting time. We need to learn to adopt to new methods. Obviously, like mentioned before, the women in the household take the maximum amount of bread because suddenly we find women has to run the home, take care of children, and at the same time, during the same time, have to handle office. It's huge amount of pressure on them.
That is something that can easily be resolved, right? Men have to take more share of the workload. That is something that there is a clear answer on that, and I'm very delighted to say this to an all-men panel today on the program. But having said that, a couple of things to take away from what both of you have said. A, you're saying it's going to differ from industry to industry. So there are going to be touch and feel industries, creative industries, which need to get together into a huddle and perhaps take care of things. That's one. So it's going to be dependent on that. And the second very interesting bit that actually Choco mentioned was the age group. Senior management versus mid-level and lower ranked people in the organization, how they are seeing work from home is very different, and their output and their productivity could actually be impacted as well. So we're going to try and look into that into detail as well. But let me give Saurabh his opening comments at this point. Saurabh, how are you feeling about work from home? It's your home office you're joining us from, isn't it?
No, I'm at my office.
You are at work now.
Yeah.
Okay, great. How is that feeling?
Right. Thanks, Paul. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I think we're losing out on your line a little.
Let's
just give us a moment, Saurabh. Let's fix that line so that we have uninterrupted conversation. And while we do that, let me go to Sharad Dhal. I mean, this is just what happens when you work from home, frankly, if I can point that out. A lot of technological glitches as well, something which is a reality at this point. COO of PolicyBazaar.com, I'm sure your line of work, how are you feeling about having everybody work from home?
So, I think it's been an interesting experience for us. We have a very, very large, workforce who are engaged in a lot of operational activity. And we have actually been able to move them completely to a work from home situation over the last year or so. And we were pleasantly surprised as to see how, they were actually able to deliver with the same kind of productivity that they were doing in office last year. And I think that one of the things that we saw was that over a period of time, however, people started getting a little tired of operating from home, and that had an impact in terms of productivity, etc. We actually then experimented with a kind of a hybrid model where for some of the roles, people came into office for some days and things like that. What we've seen is that probably seems to work best, and probably will be the model going forward. Yes, there will be certain jobs and certain functions which could operate completely from, from anywhere in the world. And that, especially on the tech side, has given us access to a much, much larger talent pool than we earlier had access to. They are very, very happy in terms of, working from home wherever they are in their, native places and stuff like that. But for other functions, we've seen that a lot of people, there is a lot of personal interaction. There is the element of a relationship building. There is the whole element of interaction with your teammates and with people around there. A lot of younger people miss the social interaction, which is there in the workplace. And so I honestly can't see us completely operating from home, going forward. I think it will definitely be more of a hybrid kind of situation.
Would your policy and your decision-making change once you have majority of your people vaccinated under the vaccine cover, both the doses?
So actually, we are going ahead and aggressively vaccinating and helping people get their vaccines for the employees. But what we've also realized is that we've done some data crunching in terms of who are the people who really operate well from home and are comfortable being there. So it's a question of looking at both their ability to manage working from home productively, as well as their inclination. I think it's going to be a combination of both those things. So people who do well at home, and want to be at home, we are happy to have them continue to operate from home. There are certain people who prefer to come to office. They miss the social interaction. Their productivity starts falling over a period of time. Maybe their homes don't offer them the kind of environment that they would ideally be most productive from. They prefer to come to work. Right. And that's really how we're going to go about this. I think
so. More flexibility from the side of the from these organizations, from your heads now saying that it's okay to work from home if that suits you, as long as productivity is not compromised. Companies moving towards that model, really. That's what I'm hearing from you. Let me try Saurabh again. Saurabh, you said you are actually at work now. How is that feeling?
Yeah. Hi. Thanks, Sonal. Actually, let me just go back a year from now, after last lockdown also. So we have a kind of a very open culture. In fact, we don't even track our employees' leaves, So people are really free to work from wherever they are, whenever they want to. It's more of, work-based that, you have to achieve this much work done. These are your tasks, right? After, when it was lockdown, obviously everyone was working from home because government mandated it. Though all our operation staff are on ground actually, because to make chai, you have to be on ground. But for all our HQ employees who are working from home, but after lockdown, we never mandated our teams to start coming to office. And while within a month or so, more than 80% of staff were in office already. Though everyone was adjusting to different new norms, there were no fixed timings of when they were coming. So people were, it is more about, that's how I see that, workspaces
so you're saying, Saurabh, that when work from home was not mandatory, but an option, even then you had more people coming to work, which is contrary to what other surveys are telling us at this point as well. So do you think that's a sort of industry-specific thing? Do you think that's an only Chaayos thing right now? Or what are your friends in the industry telling you?
So, yes, that's so I'm talking about non-operations people here. Supply chain and operations, our cafe staff have to be on ground.
Absolutely.
Right? I'm talking about, but there are many teams, which have to work together. So when you have to work very efficiently. When our supply chain team has to work with the finance to get a vendor payment done, when they are in office, they can just look back and then ask that person to get that payment done. While at working from home,
so
you have to set up a call and
it's
more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to come back. We've spoken a lot about productivity, and I want to talk about the cost effectiveness of work from home as well. It works great for the employer and the employee both. So, Choco, is that something that could be perhaps a guiding force on what's going to come ahead? And again, the same question. We are talking now when at least majority of the mid-age people have taken, at least in the metros, taken their first dose of the vaccine, not fully vaccinated, but taken the first dose. You're talking at a day when vaccines for all above 18 are going to be free as well. Great step. The supply chain is going to increase as well in the days to come. Is that something that could change with more and more people coming under the vaccine cover?
Yeah, definitely, because I mean, one is more vaccination that will give us more surety. Because right now, what we're doing is in these beehives and these centers, anyone coming in, we're creating a bubble like what the IPL originally had conceived. So they take a test and then only then they come in, and actually providing a like like we were discussing.
To pick, though, knowing how it went.
Yeah, no. So I'm saying like original conceived, right. So that we're making sure that people live together and work together, so there's no outside interaction, and even the cafeteria, everything is inside it. So like creating an ecosystem around it, and like you mentioned, cost, Sonal. So one of the huge costs was transporting people back and forth to office, right? So we used to provide transportation, especially night people working at night and those kind of things. So that is going to reduce. And then office spaces in the cities are very expensive. Metros are very expensive. So now we're moving into rural areas. So with the beehives going in. So that way it's going to percolate more economy. And then perhaps the government should also think of giving tax stops to industries doing work from home. Because seriously, we are reducing the load of the infrastructure. Because people would travel in and out, like what Ganesh is saying,
let's save that thought for another program. That's going to lead into another discussion altogether. I have last 30 seconds, and I want to quickly bring in Ganesh over here for your closing comments on work from home. Is it here to stay, or do you think this is something people will just jump right back into, like I said, their cabin and their conference life?
No, so I think 100% is here to stay. There will be a hybrid model. There will be roles that will predominantly be work from home, mostly work from home or partially work from home. All of the combination will be there, and we will see a complete change in the way organizations are designed and employees are engaged, motivated, and contribute to work in the new scenario. I think that's definitely going to happen. We will see those sea changes happening. It will not reduce cost. It is going to be stressful. It is not going to be cheaper if people feel that it will be cheaper. And it will not lead to loss of jobs, but we will see a sea change in the way organizations function with a combination of work from home and work from office and new systems and processes.
All right, leave it there, gentlemen. Thank you so much for your thoughts on this. Well, during the research of the program, quick note I want to leave you with. A lot of HR experts and heads we spoke with and recruiting agencies, they said people now more and more are opting for jobs which give you flexibility. So that's something for the heads to actually think about. That's all on FIR today. We'll see you again tomorrow, 6:30. Bye-bye for now.